I want to show you another quick shelter you can do in the middle of a blizzard. You notice here we have a bunch of cover, which is going to help to block some of the wind. And that's your main enemy right there, that wind. But I found a tree here that has some low limbs, and I want to come over here. You notice that I've made a doorway here and a little shelter here. And what I want to do is come down in here like this. You want stuff on the ground to protect you from the cold from the ground. And then what you want to do is block the wind. You want to make sure the wind goes past you or over you. And so we've got these low limbs here. We've got covered with snow. You'll see that. But if you look over there on the other side, you see a hole. And I left that on purpose because I want to show you, because quite a few times you're going to have to add other boughs in here. And we're going to have to do that over here on this side. And you'll notice there's a hole right there. So let's go over there and I'll show you how to add in a bough so that then you can cover it with snow. So we'll be there in a second. Okay, here's that hole I was talking about. I left it on purpose. I want to show you how to fill that in. If you leave that, then the wind's just going to come rushing right in there. And it'll make you cold. So I got another bough here. What you want to do is to shove these in from this end up. Now that gives you support, so you can take snow, throw it on there, and cover this up. So what you're trying to actually do when you make this is you want to think of a U shape. And I'm going to go ahead and pick this camera back up. You want to think of a U shape. Now, the storm we just had came from the north, which is behind us. And you'll notice how I got snow piled up there, and you'd end up piling up snow here. Let's take a trip on around this. Oops. Take a look here. And you notice how we got snow piled up here. Now the object that you want is you want that wind when you're inside there to go over the top of you. We don't care if the wind goes through this part of the tree up in here. Doesn't matter if it goes through there because it's not going to hit you. But we want to stop it from getting to you. And so we're going to make this U shape around this tree. Now, one of the reasons why we do the U, because when a storm, the low moves, the air circulates counterclockwise around that low, and as the low moves, then the direction of the wind changes. And so if we make this U, then as that low moves and the wind changes direction, then we can still have the wind block that we need. And you'll notice it go around this corner here. Notice it under here then is our little shelter. And that's what you want to do. You can make these pretty quick, and they'll save your life in the middle of a blizzard. It'll be very helpful. We could actually put a little more snow around this, a little bit higher, but they would be high enough to make all that wind go over the top of us. And you'd be surprised how cozy they are. You can do these in the summertime when it's nice and warm out and you don't actually need heat. And you can burrow in underneath pine boughs like this. Now, one of the things you got to watch out for is sometimes there'll be certain trees that the birds just love to perch in, and they'll roost in them. And the way you know that is if you go to pull up the pine boughs and you go underneath and there's a whole bunch of droppings under there, then that's one of the favorite ones for the birds to be in, and you don't want to be underneath there because you get rained on all night. And but you can use these in the summertime. They make a pretty good shelter, and you'd be surprised how much mosquito protection you'll get just from pine boughs like this. So it's a good little thing. So wintertime they're good for blizzard shelter, snow shelter, and summertime they're good to help mosquitoes and get you a good night's sleep. And Mother Nature makes them for you. So that's a good shelter here. So I want to show you that one.